Certainly there's an awareness, like on the periphery, that this is it. But in a way, there's no room for that. You can't both be saying goodbye to a television show and be doing what you need to do at the same time, or I can't. At the end of season 3, we left Kendall basically on the ground in this dirt parking lot in Italy in a moment of sort of terrible personal reckoning and devastation. He said to his siblings, "I'm blown into a million pieces." We come back to the story not long after, but there's been time for him, I think, to kind of resuscitate, put himself together again, reassemble himself, and we find him in LA, popping sunflower seeds in his mouth and, driving like a, Porsche Taycan, and I think feeling pretty good. Kendall has always been on a pretty individualistic path in terms of his pursuit of the crown, per se. I think now he needs his brother and sister. He needs to lean on them, and in a sense, they're doing a kind of fireman's carry of him. And so together they've kind of joined forces and are finally, for the first time, flying in V formation to start this endeavor called The 100, which I think I describe as Substack meets The Economist meets The New Yorker meets Masterclass, which sounds great and I think is very funny, actually. But, it's given him a new purpose and a new sense of mission, and he needs something. He says to them, he refers to his drug use. He needs something to fill that hole in him. And so that's where we find him, I think, in a relatively positive, kind of free-falling state of mind.
We were cut out behind our backs. But there's a shape for things for us. We partner up with Sandy and Stewie, with Pierce. Death wrestling ogres.
Excited to get into this knife fight?
Let's blow it up.
Not consciously, but I think with my whole being, I'm rooting for Kendall to get what he wants. Because in a sense, your task as an actor is to figure out what the character wants and needs, and then go after that, fight for that for them. So yes, I want him to get what he wants. I, Jeremy, don't always think that what Kendall wants is good for him or is the right thing. It's a bit like, the moth that flies to the flame is not drawn to the flame, it's drawn to the light. That's a little bit I think the conundrum with this character. It's been such a gift. The magnitude of this experience is hard for me I may never understand it. Getting to play what I think, in terms of the writing, is one of the great modern anti-heroes. I was also ready for it to be done. I've advocated before now that it should be done for Kendall. I've felt that his arc has been close to, if not at the point of running its course. There's only so much catharsis and so much tragedy that a character can undergo before there's nowhere left for them to go. So I do feel a sense of completion in the best possible way. I also feel a concomitant sense of loss. I'll miss the process, I won't always miss the process. I'll miss the writing.
It's a tightrope walk on a straight razor. 500-foot reputational drop.
Why is that making you smile? That shouldn't make you smile. Who likes tightrope walking a straight razor?
I'm not really interested in a spinoff or anything, or a movie, or this is what this was. At the same time, like, I would swim across the channel for Jesse Armstrong. So if he said, "Hey, I have this idea," I certainly would, not turn my nose up at it. Certainly there's an awareness, like on the periphery, that this is it. But in a way, there's no room for that. You can't both be saying goodbye to a television show and be doing what you need to do at the same time, or I can't. I will say that the final episode, the culmination of everything, where Jesse really brings everything to its crisis, was, like a double black diamond to go down, and that's what you want as an actor. And so that was incredibly fulfilling. We've made 39 hours of story. It's staggering to me to think about. I don't remember most of it. One day maybe I'll go back and watch all of this. If I could pinpoint one episode, it would probably be Kendall's 40th birthday party. Just the wingspan of that episode, what he thinks is going to be the zenith of his life to the 9th circle of hell in the span of one episode. And the kind of somersault of it emotionally, and the catastrophe of it. I find it just to be a devastating a powerful piece of writing.
What?
I wish I was home.
Let's go.
I don't know how much we can talk about this, but there was a scene in one of the episodes that was like a 28-page scene or something that we shot over a few days, and eventually we shot it all in one take across, multiple characters, multiple stories of a building. We shoot on film, so the camera loaders were tag team reloading their cameras. One take, I think it was a 32-minute long take. You don't get to do that in movies or television in 2000 and whatever year it is right now. Like, it was an incredible, profound experience that we could have only earned and attained after these many years of working together as an ensemble. The level of trust and everyone just being on their absolute A game together, like in formation. It was very, very exciting.
Here they are, the Rebel Alliance.
New Gen Roy's. We have a song to sing.
I'm just gonna be a dad for a while and, putz around. I've got some stuff ahead, but I'm gonna take a break. The truth is, I feel so wrung out. I have no appetite to be an actor right now. And then something will come along that will just command my attention, and then I'll have to do it.